Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Raw Feed. I'm Gary Franchi, coming to you live from the Next News Network headquarters. We're streaming to millions worldwide on YouTube and X and Facebook and Pinterest. No, not Pinterest. LinkedIn, Instagram, all the places. No, I think we did go to Pinterest at one point. Do they even do lives? I don't know. Either way, text the stream to someone who needs to hear the truth. If you're watching on X, repost this to bypass the algorithms. Do it on Facebook, too. And download the Next News Network app for breaking news 24/7, Android and iPhone links in the description. And yes, we'll be reading your Super Chats and Rumble Rants tonight, so send them in before we even start the show. We'll feature them on the screen for the world to see. What sets us apart is we interact with you, getting your real-time reactions as history unfolds. You can also support the show at the donation links below and check out our merch shop at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. And join our YouTube memberships for exclusive perks and Discord access. Now let's dive in, because Trump just orchestrated a three-front assault on the establishment that's rewriting America's future. First, he's trolling the left into therapy by sharing spicy memes, including our Next News Network content about YouTube's $24 million censorship payout. That's twice this month the president amplified our message. The radical left is having a complete meltdown over his sense of humor. But while they're crying about memes, the real revolution unfolds. At Quantico today, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth dropped his own bomb. No more fat generals. No more long hair. Mandatory PT tests for all top brass. Meet the standards or meet the exit door. He told them straight, it's unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the Pentagon leading all around the world. It's a bad look, and it's not who we are. The warrior culture returns to our military in the Department of War. And the knockout punch, Trump forced Big Pharma to its knees. Pfizer agreed to slash prescription drug prices by 50 to 100%. Eucrisa down by 80%, Zavzpret down by 85%, plus $70 billion returning to American manufacturing. While Trump's memes distract the media, he's delivering historic victories for working families. Meanwhile, Democrats threaten government shutdown at midnight tonight. Their demand? Your tax dollars must fund illegal alien health care. They're going to gut $50 billion from rural hospitals for border jumpers. Speaker Johnson exposed their scheme. Senator Thune branded it as the Schumer shutdown. Maxine Waters fled from reporters. They've chosen foreign nationals over American citizens. And our third bombshell this evening, Israeli intelligence has now exposed Greta Thunberg's Gaza flotilla.
How dare you?
as a Hamas-funded propaganda tour. The girl who screamed, "How dare you?" about carbon now takes terror money. Official documents seized from Hamas compounds show direct funding. She claims delivering baby formula, but got caught faking voyage videos. From a climate crusader to a terror puppet, the receipts are undeniable. And fourth, the federal enforcement hammer drops nationwide. ICE arrested Des Moines Superintendent Ian Roberts, illegal alien with fake credentials who fled with a loaded gun. Attorney General Bondi's DOJ memo orders maximum federal charges for anyone attacking ICE facilities. Memphis gets National Guard plus 13 agencies. Portland Antifa threatened reporters until DHS snipers lit them up. The playground is exposed, and what just happened in Chicago will blow your frickin' mind. And finally, the racist left's mask completely falls off. Ilhan Omar dismissed Charlie Kirk's assassination. Boston Mayor Wu bragged about racial discrimination. Don Lemon called white men lazy and dumb while he's married to one. This isn't politics, it's pure hatred. So history rhymes. On September 30th, 1996, President Clinton signed the Illegal Immigration Reform Act, the last serious border security attempt. Even Democrats once understood that sovereignty matters. So today, September 30th, 2025, those same Democrats threaten shutdown unless we give illegals free health care. In 29 years, they went from border security to border surrender. Tonight, we expose Trump's triple action victory, mimetic warfare, military restoration, and pharmaceutical revolution. This is the Raw Feed, where truth meets consequence. Let's welcome you to the show. Sure you in the house, Mrs. Pothead Kenny and Mr. Pothead Kenny. Kibbs Ellis is here. James Snowden is in the house. Karen Finley, Kibbs Ellis. Who else is here? Patricia Duff. Who else is in the house? Voodoo Trucker, America Has Heroes. Chankta Moy, Coyote J, Tyson Curie, Tracy Belmer. The gang is rolling in. Make sure you text this out to your friends and get them into this chat room. Let's have a conversation tonight because there's a lot of news we have to discuss. You're part of the show, remember. 22 Mike E22, Michael Jones. Who else is here? Hort Wren, Duty to Rebel. Susan Brown. Sounds good. $700 eye drops. Oh, my goodness. Ann Bass is here. Running Bear. Come on, guys. This is your moment. You better fill up that chat room. I need to know who's here. Sun Ray Lynn is here and on time. Who else is here? Last call. Last call. Pamela Bergman, Too Fast Jim, XRP Snakebite, Cindy Nichols, Mao Safala in the house. Rusty Shackelford, don't forget. Nope, we didn't forget you. Who else is here? I can't pronounce that, but good morning. Cambodia needs peace. And if you want to see something cool, go over to my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and you'll see some video that I posted. They're actually selling T-shirts with my face on them in the markets in Cambodia. And they're chanting, "We love Gary" in Cambodia. How cool is that? I'm huge in Cambodia, by the way. Kim Weig, Sue Couture, Greg King, Nishpa Quet, Paul Run Ouch. Come on, guys. Last call. I got to get to the news. Come on. We got work to do here. Vathek Duang. America Has Heroes. Okay, guys. All right, let's get to the news. The establishment just got hit with a triple punch they never saw coming. First, Trump detonated social media by sharing memes that made the radical left completely lose their mind, including our own Next News Network content about YouTube's $24 million surrender. That's twice this month. He's amplified our message. Then at Quantico today, Pete Hegseth dropped the hammer. No more fat generals, mandatory PT tests for top brass. And if they can't meet the standards, they are gone. But while liberals were melting down over memes and military fitness standards, Trump delivered the knockout blow, forcing Pfizer to slash drug prices by up to 100%. The timing was devastating. 3 fronts, total victory. This is how you fundamentally transform America, so stay locked in. Now, the Pfizer deal proves that Trump means business. Let me tell you about another breakthrough. Red light therapy is revolutionizing healthcare at home. Just like Trump slashing medication costs, this technology delivers real results without the inflated prices. NASA researched it. The FDA cleared it. Now you can access the same healing power that costs thousands of dollars at clinics. Now, my wife's chronic pain vanished, my recovery time cut in half, hospital-grade panels with 9 specific wavelengths and 0 EMF exposure. Visit myredlight.com. It's linked below. Make sure you use code NNN at checkout to take advantage of the deep discounts. While Trump fights Big Pharma, you can take control of your health today. Now, lots of news to break down. We'll get to the memes in a second, but man, President Trump and Pete Hegseth were on fire today at Quantico. I mean, what Pete Hegseth said, it's unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the Pentagon. Watch this.
It's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the Joint Force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year. as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service.
Wow.
Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already, but we're codifying it. And we're not talking like hot yoga and stretching. Real hard PT, either as a unit or as an individual. At every level, from the Joint Chiefs to everyone in this room to the youngest private, leaders set the standard. And so many of you do this already. Active, Guard, and Reserve. This also means grooming standards. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. Likewise,
standards are back at the Department of War. I love the smell of PT tests in the morning. Apocalypse now. It's happening, folks. It is on. What else just happened? We got another clip here. He's nuking the fat generals
around the country and the world. It's a bad look with physical fitness and appearance. If the Secretary of War can do regular hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger.
A chairborne ranger. Well, now the memes are starting to flood the interwebs. Now, this one President Trump did not share, but it's from one of my favorite movies, Full Metal Jacket. We have General Milley as Private Pyle and Pete Hegseth as the drill sergeant.
Jelly donuts!
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, General Pyle?
Sir, jelly donuts, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
How did it get here?
Oh, yeah, Apocalypse now is coming, baby. And that is just the appetizer. What else is going on? Oh, did you see this? President Trump posted this. It was actually 48 hours ago, but I thought it was really wild. President Trump showcasing some of the highest 24-karat gold used in the Oval Office and cabinet room of the White House. Foreign leaders and everyone else freak out when they see the quality and beauty. Best Oval Office ever in terms of success and look. Have you ever taken, I see pictures of the Oval Office all the time, and you can see the ornate gold that is around like the fireplace and it just adorns the Oval Office. It's quite beautiful. And I looked at a picture of Biden's Oval Office and I looked at Trump's because I didn't remember seeing it before. And then this post pops up and it makes sense. President Trump ordered all that stuff to adorn the Oval Office to make us great again. Now, here's the meme that President Trump actually shared. This was our post, originally posted about 19 hours ago. YouTube surrenders, pays President Trump $24.5 million for illegal ban. This massive victory proves big tech censorship has consequences. Every shadow banned patriot deserves justice. Trump fought for free speech and won. Repost of all banned conservatives should be paid. And then about 20 minutes later, President Trump posted it on Truth Social on his personal account. Look at that. Donald Trump posting our stuff. So cool. And if you recall, he did the same thing with our Chipocalypse Now meme that we shared on X some time ago. But President Trump triggering everybody with this.
Because of all of our work, look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters. And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of shit, you know, at least for a while until they learn English and they realize they hate us too. Look, guys.
I mean, the balls of President Trump to post that. I mean, I've seen him post some spicy memes, but this is probably one of the spiciest ever. Okay? I'm talking ghost pepper spicy. Hakeem Jeffries in a mustache and sombrero. And then Chuck Schumer basically speaking the truth about how they feel about the Mexican people. And, of course, Hakeem Jeffries is triggered.
Mr. President, the next time you have something to say about me, don't cop out through a racist and fake AI video. When I'm back in the Oval Office, say it to my face. Say it to my face. Mr. President.
What's he going to say to your face? Is he just going to hand you a sombrero and a fake mustache? It's a meme, bro. Get over it. Oh, and here's another one.
And we're going
now, President Trump didn't post this, but I
continue to
think
make
this
clear.
is great.
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault. It's a
they're triggered. So easily triggered. They have no sense of humor. President Trump, earlier today, at a gaggle outside the White House, spoke about the meeting that was going to happen at Quantico.
People, when they're not good, when we don't think they're our warriors, you know what happens? We say, you're fired, get out. We had some real bad ones last time. You know, I rebuilt the military, the entire military. But I had a couple, and I had unbelievable people. To do that, you have to. But I had unbelievable people in there. But I also had some bad ones at the top, like Millie and Mattis and Jesper. I called him too. Always too late, Jesper. He was horrible. So, but I learned because you know I was just in there, and I put these people in. They were recommended by rhinos and others, and they're not good. What we have now is the best. But even despite that, I rebuilt the military in my first term. We had a great first term. We had the greatest economy ever, and it's being beaten by a lot this time. So I'm going over. I'm going to be meeting with generals and with admirals and with leaders. And if I don't like somebody, I'm going to fire them right on the spot. When they're not
fire them right on the spot. No more fat generals. And President Trump announcing the deal with Pfizer to sell drugs at lower prices. And this is promises made, promises kept. The Oval Office was packed today. This is just some of the information here. This was posted by the White House. Prescription drugs with huge discounts will be available at Trump RX. And you can see on the screen there, Eucrisa for dermatitis, 80% discount. Duavi, postmenopausal osteoporosis, 85% discount. Zavzpret for migraines, 50% discount. Xeljanz for rheumatoid arthritis, 40% discount. Diseases affecting 100 million Americans, up to 85% savings, direct to patient. President Trump is making drugs great again. Let's check in with what RFK had to say in the Oval today.
Today, we begin to right that ship for the mother trying to help her child get better, for a grandmother at the pharmacy counter, and for millions of Americans who want to restore their health. Today is about another promise made by President Trump and another promise kept by President Trump to the American people. And it's only just the beginning. This is all thanks to your unwavering leadership, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Today,
Mr. President, thank you for your leadership. Dr. Oz went on CNN to talk about the Medicaid population.
Affluent person in We are protecting the Medicaid population because they are our most vulnerable, and it is completely indefensible to charge more for them than you would an affluent person living in Europe. So this is going to help take some of the pressure off Medicaid, which of course states have to pay. We compensate as well, but it's a #1 growing budget item for governors around the country. It just gives them relief. We also included in today's program all new products have to be released at most favored nation pricing. So as we evolve and advance science in America and save more people with cancer and treat more people with asthma or problems with skin ailments, all those will be priced appropriately. And we have several drugs, some big ones that were also included by Pfizer that are already going to be at most favored nation pricing within Medicare. So across the board, we're achieving that. And then, again, the magnitude of, we're talking about selling drugs at 1/10 what they are listed for right now, which is, again, dramatically below even the list price. And the Trump RX opportunity also gives direct access to these prices to everybody in America, including in the commercial market. So if you don't like the prices you're getting from your company, you can have Trump RX as your backup, and you'll see even broader strokes of success upcoming.
Trump RX, Department of War, meme warfare. Trump knows how to get it done. Trump RX is going to be a game changer. It offers discount prices directly to consumers. Patients can bypass insurance for cheaper medications. Pfizer partnered to lower prices and invest in U.S. production. The program makes drug costs more affordable and transparent. Here is the president announcing Pfizer has agreed.
The best. Today, I'm thrilled to announce that one of the world's largest pharmaceutical manufacturers and one of the best anywhere in the world, Pfizer, has agreed to offer countless prescription medications at major discounts in the United States as a result of the most favored nation drug pricing order that we established earlier this year. As you know, the United States is paying sometimes 10 times more than other countries for drugs, and a lot of excuses were made for that, but it went on for many years, many years, decades. And it's not going on any longer. We're going to be paying the lowest price now. We're going to be paying whatever the lowest price is, favored nations. This will save American taxpayers and consumers hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Today,
Gutting the massive price gouging from Big Pharma happening now from this White House. I mean, it's amazing to watch all the action that comes out of this White House. We never saw this level of action from the Biden administration, ever. Here's more from President Trump in the Oval today.
Then, for many years, Americans have paid the highest prices anywhere in the world for prescription drugs. They paid far more, 10 times, 13 times, 15 times more than other countries for the exact same product. A major reason is that the American consumers have been subsidizing research and development costs for the entire planet. They put all of that on us, and yet they were the beneficiaries too. So it's being changed as of today. The United States had just 4% of the world's population and consumers, only 13% of all prescription drugs, yet pharmaceutical companies make 75% of their profits from the United States. So think of that. We have 4% of the market, 13% of prescription drugs, and yet, Albert, I didn't know you were that violent. I'm surprised you're agreeing to this.
I'm getting better.
No, he's doing the right thing. Thank you. And yet they make 75% of their profits from the American customers, so it's something. That's why I signed an executive order combating this practice, and we signed it very happily for many years.
Executive orders getting signed, gutting Big Pharma. Here is the announcement about Pfizer investing $70 billion.
Furthermore, Pfizer will invest $70 billion to reshore domestic manufacturing facilities. In other words, they're going to bring a lot of their facilities to make their drugs and make what they make, their product. They're going to make it in the United States. I appreciate that $70 billion investment and fund research and development right here in America. We're working with other major pharmaceutical companies to secure similar agreements. Everyone understands that the status quo where Americans pay more for drugs, prescription drugs, and they pay more than foreign countries who take advantage of us in many other ways, although not so many anymore. I think we've pretty well got that stopped, right? I think so. We've stopped that, but they took advantage of a lot of other precedents, that I can tell you. But Furthermore, Pfizer will invest $70 billion.
$70 billion. Reshoring manufacturing. Where was it being produced before? Caroline Levitt posting this 7 hours ago. This is a consequential moment for our country. Drug prices will be lower for everyday Americans thanks to the negotiating prowess and determination of President Donald J. Trump. Democrats have been wanting to do this for decades. The Trump administration has delivered. Pfizer has agreed to offer countless prescription medications in the U.S. at major discounts. Here's more. President Trump announcing Pfizer will provide some of their most popular medications.
50 and even 100 in addition. Pfizer is agreeing to provide some of their most popular current medications to all consumers at heavily discounted prices of anywhere between 50 and even 100%, and that's off the price. And in some cases, even more than that. These drugs will be available for direct purchase online at a website operated by the federal government. We're also announcing that moving forward, all new medications introduced by Pfizer to the American market will be sold at the reduced most favored nation costs. So we'll be paying essentially what other countries are paying.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Most favored nation prices. Here is the Pfizer CEO in the Oval. Albert Bourla, who says the big winner of this deal clearly will be the American patient.
And so it's an historic day because I think today we are turning the tide and we are reversing an unfair situation. For years, other rich nations refused to pay the fair share for the medical innovation. And as a result, Americans had to assume disproportional cost on their shoulders. Wow. This situation, we all knew, is not sustainable. This situation is a situation that many wanted to change, but no one could. This is changing today with this agreement. In July, the president sent to me and other heads of pharmaceutical companies a letter. And over there, he articulated 4 specific requests. These requests, it was obvious to us, were designed to lower drug cost in the America in different ways, each one of them. And altogether, holistically, to have synergistic effect in the impact that that will have in the U.S. healthcare cost and patients. With this deal that we signed today, we satisfied all 4 of President's requests, all 4. The big winner of this deal clearly will be the American patient. There is no doubt about it. They are the ones that will see significant impact in their ability to buy medicines. But I would argue that it is not the only winner. I think who else is a winner here? It is American innovation and American economy. In our industry, we had 2 major overhangs that have substantially reduced our valuations and create concerns for us in our ability to invest. We are addressing both of them right now, and I will speak about them. The first one...
Okay, well, whatever. You just got gutted, buddy. And so are the fatties in the Department of War. Oh, man. President Trump, remarkable moves today. Meme warfare, gutting Pfizer, everything, man. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is what winning on every battlefield looks like. Trump is sharing memes that expose big tech censorship, while Pete Hegseth tells fat generals their free ride is over. No more beards, no more obesity, meet the standards or meet the exit. Meanwhile, Trump crushing Big Pharma's monopoly with 50 to 100% price cuts. Pfizer's $70 billion returning to American soil. No more subsidizing Europe while grandma rations pills. The establishment can't fight on 3 fronts. While they cry about Trump's YouTube settlement meme, which he got from us, Hegseth is rebuilding a warrior military, and Trump's delivering medicine families can actually afford again. The left, wanted him defensive and miserable. Instead, he's laughing, posting, and winning. When the president shares our content twice in 1 month while revolutionizing healthcare and the military, that's not luck, that's momentum. So here is the question for you. What triggers liberals more? Trump's memes? Hegseth's fit military mandate? Or Big Pharma's surrender? Drop your answer below. And if you want to support us, you can rock our gear from the merch shop and join the winning team. Yeah, baby. Okay, we got a super chat came in. Yeah, let's go. Super chats from Ann Bass, $4.99. A super sticker, lemon character taking sunglasses off, raising his arm to greet someone, imitated by a baby lemon. Oh, that's cute. All right, everything triggers the liberals, I assure you. The memes, it's got to be the memes. The truth triggers them because it's so true. I mean, that meme, Gary's memes trigger libs the most. Don't be drunk on YouTube with kids or you'll end up like Mr. Ricotta. I don't know what that is. The truth triggers them. All three, Patricia. The healthier we become is best defense against evil pharma. Gary, my son Luke says, hi, what's up, Luke? How you doing out there? Hello, everyone. Alabama in the house. Roll Tide. Korean lady. Achilles. All of the above. FAFO, says Cindy. All right. Let's move on. We got more news in the hopper tonight. It's like, it feels like a whole week of news has already gone by. It's like only Tuesday, though, right? My goodness. Okay, where are we at? We're going into our second topic of the evening. Where is that folder? T2. Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. This is solid gold. Okay. The clock is ticking towards midnight. In just hours, the federal government could grind to a halt. Not because of budget disputes or military funding, not over infrastructure or education. No. Democrats are ready to turn off the lights in Washington for one insane reason. They demand your tax dollars pay for health care for people who broke our laws to get here. While American families struggle with medical bills, while rural hospitals face closure, Chuck Schumer draws his line in the sand. The demands they're making will absolutely shock you. The billions they want to steal from real Americans will enrage you. This is economic treason, so don't look away, because while Democrats fight to give illegals free health care, hardworking Americans deserve real health breakthroughs. That's why I use C60 Evo. The Nobel Prize-winning molecule isn't about handouts. It's about taking control of your health. Lab studies showed 90% life extension. My own results, brain fog gone, joint pain eliminated, energy through the roof. My wife looks and feels years younger. This is cellular level transformation, not government dependency. C60 Evo is 172 times stronger than vitamin C. So while Schumer wants your tax dollars for illegal aliens, invest in your own health. Visit c60evo.com/NNN and use that code NNN for the deep discounts, because real Americans solve their own problems. You'll find it linked down below. Now, in the Oval Office today, President Trump was asked a question about the shutdowns. When you shut it down, we'll be laying off a lot of people, and they're going to be Democrats. Oh, wow.
Very much, Linda. What you're doing. Thank you very much, Linda. Okay, any questions, please?
Mr. President, as we inch closer to a government shutdown this morning, you said you might do a lot of layoffs. If DOGE is already reducing the federal workforce, why is it necessary to link more federal jobs cut to a shutdown?
Well, the Democrats want to shut it down, so when you shut it down, you have to do layoffs. So we'd be laying off a lot of people that are going to be very affected, and the Democrats, they're going to be Democrats. As you know, this country, no country can afford to pay for illegal immigration, health care for everybody that comes into the country, and that's what they're insisting. And obviously I have an obligation to not accept that. That would affect everybody. You know, when I see what we're doing with AI and all the plants that are opening up in the country, $17 trillion is coming. And if you compare that to Biden, Biden had, in 4 years, less than $1 trillion. We have $17 trillion, more than that. I think it's going to be much more than that, David, by the end of this year. I think it's going to be far over that. It's a record. It's already a record in 8 months. It's a record by a lot. And so we're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. But a lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things, but they want open borders. They want men playing in women's sports. They want transgender for everybody. They never stop. They don't learn. We won an election in a landslide. They just don't learn. So we have no choice. I have to do that for the country. Yes.
You mentioned.
You're doing.
You know,
thank you very much.
As I'm watching this clip, and I'm thinking about $17 trillion. He did the comparison, $17 trillion to Biden's one. And I'm like, man, this is the guy's last term in office. And I mean, I would love to see a third term. I mean, there's never going to be another president like this. Ever. Who can throw down his leverage in deals ever again. And it kind of makes me sad because, you know, we're not even a year into this administration. I can't even imagine where we're going to be at the end of it. But this is only the beginning, and it's just so beautiful to witness and to be here. I mean, whoever remember when Hillary said this?
Those who are undocumented. As to illegal aliens, we agree with you that we do not think the comprehensive health care benefits should be extended to those who are undocumented workers and illegal aliens. We do not want to do anything to encourage more illegal immigration into this country. We know now that too many people come in for medical care as it is. We certainly don't want them having the same benefits that American citizens are entitled to have. As to illegal aliens...
Yeah. I mean, that's Hillary Clinton years ago when she actually had, you know, policies that made sense. And now Democrats are begging to give illegals health care. And right now in the White House briefing room, they are streaming a montage of Democrats previously opposing a shutdown. Now, we actually played some of these clips for you yesterday. And, you know, the reason they do this is because despite the fact that there's no press briefings going on, there's always activity in that briefing room. Now, right in front of that podium, all those seats, there's reporters sitting in those seats doing work. In the back, in the cubbies, there's reporters doing work. So they're basically just like hammering the point home to the media without ever having to say anything. I mean, you got Elizabeth Warren, you got Chuck Schumer. Like, they're just playing a loop. They're playing a loop of the hypocrisy. And Tim Burchett posting this, it really sums it up. Imagine celebrating the shutdown so you can give illegals health care while taking $50 billion from rural health care. And he was quote tweeting the Democrats doing a big selfie. House Democrats are in D.C. and ready to cancel the cuts, lower the costs, and save health care. Taking a selfie with all the Democrats. You know, listen, if they really want to, you know, work, go work. Just go do your work. You know, like if you guys are that dedicated, if the government gets shut down, show up to work anyway. But that's not going to happen. Maxine Waters triggered. Lindell TV was there to capture it outside the Capitol. And Allison was there. She's Maxine Waters snaps when asked about health care for illegal aliens.
Keep this government.
Do Democrats want to prioritize the health care of illegal aliens over a government shutdown? Because if the government does shut down, American
Excuse
employees are going
me,
to be furloughed.
stop it right there. We're not prioritizing What we're doing is saying simply we want to keep the government open, and we want to work with the Republicans and have a bipartisan agreement to keep this government open, and health care is at the top of our agenda.
But aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody. We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on. What you're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just
you're divisive. No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
you're being divisive. No, please. You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Appreciate it.
Allison Steinberg giving it to Maxine Waters. You gotta love that, man. If you want controversy, you're not gonna get it from me. Actually, Maxine Waters is the queen of controversy, right? Here is the leader, John Thune. Democrats are gonna have to do some splaining.
So it's a bill that's passed by the House, sitting here in the Senate, ready to be signed into law by the president. And so, no, it's up to the Senate Democrats. That's where we are. And if they decide to vote it down tonight, they're going to be the ones that have to explain at midnight tonight why the government is shut down. It's really pretty straightforward. And this is something, again, that's been routine around here for a long time, until all of a sudden the far left, as Senator Barrasso pointed out, hijacked the Democrat leadership here in the Senate, and they've decided to hijack the American people and hold them hostage to try and get a laundry list, a wish list, a Christmas list of their left-wing priorities attached, in their case, to a 4-week continuing resolution. Ours is 7 weeks, but they'll have the same leverage 7 weeks from now that they have today. And as I've said before, we're happy to sit down with them and talk about the concerns they have, the issues they have with it's a bill.
This could all just be political theater. They could have that vote tonight. The government could just continue on. And they're just using these last few hours to grandstand. Let's go back to 1996. Chuck Schumer rails against illegals getting taxpayer-funded benefits because it incentivizes more illegal immigration. Chuck Schumer, 1996.
This is an anti-fraud amendment. Over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. And here, the gentleman from Florida has put together the most effective anti-fraud measure we can find without it changing the actions of the government one bit. And we find all this opposition. Ladies and gentlemen of this chamber, what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with us on.
I mean, imagine if you had a time machine and you could bring Chuck Schumer, today's Chuck Schumer, to meet the 1996 Chuck Schumer and let them debate each other. That would be something else. Democrats have made it clear they're going to hold the line and shut the government down over their insane demand that we give free health care to illegal immigrants. Here's more.
Told us over and over again, we want you to fight for health care. That's what we're doing today. Democrats are going to hold the line. Thank you.
Yeah.
Told us.
Hold the line for illegals. Speaker Johnson, though, saying Democrats are demanding we restore taxpayer-funded benefits for illegal.
We filed a 24-page clean CR. They filed a dirty CR as a counterproposal, included in it, and they brought this up in the meeting yesterday. They want to restore taxpayer-funded benefits, American taxpayer-funded benefits to illegal aliens, okay? We're not doing that. We got rid of that in our One Big Beautiful Bill. We're not going back to that policy. This was a big issue in the election last fall. American taxpayers are not supposed to fund people who break the law coming into the country illegally. They're demanding that as a condition of their votes. They also want to gut the $50 billion that we included in our legislation, have already passed, signed into law, to protect rural hospitals. They want to claw that money back, inexplicably. They want to give the Corporation for Public Broadcasting $500 million, $500 million, to prop up these left-leaning media organizations that we defunded. I don't think, and the American people don't think, that taxpayers should be funding that in the age of, ubiquitous media coverage and so many options. So all these things that they're trying to cram into a very simple, remember the terms of this, 7 weeks. We're only buying until November 21st, again, to allow the appropriations process to continue. And I think this is very important. We've talked about this on the program before. I've been trying very hard since I became Speaker 2 years ago to force the Congress back into the regular appropriations process. And why is that so important? Because that's how you act as a good steward of the precious resources of American taxpayers. We filed a
And who are not being good stewards. They're taking selfies. President Trump, if there's a shutdown, how many federal workers do you plan to lay off? President Trump having a gaggle outside the White House earlier today before going to Quantico. Here's his response.
If there is a shutdown, how many federal workers do you plan to lay off?
Well, we may do a lot, and that's only because of the Democrats. And as you know, they want to be able to take care of people that have come into our country illegally, and no system can handle that. And so we're totally opposed on that. But we just can't do it. I'd love to do everybody. I'd love to do the whole world. But our country can't handle people that come into our country illegally. And they want to give them full health care benefits. They want to open the wall again. Can you believe it? I can't even believe it. They want to open the wall. They haven't taken away boys playing in women's sports. They haven't done that. Men playing in women's sports. It's like they don't change. They lost an election in a landslide, and they don't change.
They only change for the worse, though. That's the truth. Here is more, politically speaking. Chuck Schumer needs a Schumer shutdown.
Careening. I'm going to tell you, just in the Senate at least, politically speaking, Chuck Schumer needs a Schumer shutdown. And I think that's what we're probably careening toward. But it's up to the Democrats. This bill, this 24 pages is sitting at the desk in the Senate right now. It could be picked up and passed. The government stays open, and we can complete our appropriations work. They have the same leverage on November the 21st that they have right now, and these premium tax credits don't expire till the end of the year. So this is a made-up problem by the Democrats who desperately need to satisfy a political base that is hostile to Donald Trump. That's what this is about.
Exactly what I said. It's all political theater. They're just playing to their base. Here's more. Speaker Mike Johnson just 12 hours ago.
He heard the credit President Trump showing real leadership. He's operating in good faith, and that was on display by bringing the leaders in. He heard the arguments and the debates. They're baseless. I mean, Chuck Schumer is now arguing exactly the opposite of what he has always said in his career. And why? You hit the nail right on the head, Sean. He's doing it out of political desperation. He is willing to force the government to shut down just to oppose President Trump for temporary political cover for himself, and he will abandon the American people just to do that. It's really something to watch. Credit President Trump.
Abandon the American people. I mean, that's pretty much par for the course from this party. The American people are the ones who are going to be hurt by the government. Republicans are united to keep the government open. All it takes is Senate Democrats agreeing to the clean, nonpartisan CR already sitting on the Senate desk. A clean CR. Senate Democrats posted this 20 hours ago. We're 1 day away from a government shutdown because Trump and Republicans would rather let health care premiums spike than work with Democrats. It's all BS. There's still time to extend the ACA tax credits to protect families from higher costs while keeping the government open. Senator Mark Kelly. Mark Warner. Why won't Republicans work with Democrats to protect American health care? Oh, he's got an answer, apparently.
This afternoon, Well, we're now 36 hours away from a potential government shutdown. The question is, with the meeting this afternoon, will Donald Trump actually put the healthcare needs of Americans first and not create this enormous cliff that'll happen at the end of the year without the extension of the Obamacare tax credits? Or will he play politics with literally the lives of hundreds of thousands of Virginian federal...
You said people gonna die?
Yeah, Jar Jar, that's what they're saying.
You said people gonna die?
I heard you. I heard you the first time.
Workers and federal contractors. You know, there's a win-win here. Let's go ahead and fix the healthcare issue, keep the government open, and frankly, we could also work on fixing the problem that American farmers have as well. This is the time to see whether politics or leadership stands up and does the right thing. Well,
and President Trump doing the right thing, especially if he's going to lay off a bunch of Democrats in the process. Oh, please, make it so. Yes, we're just a few hours away from that deadline. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So, this is the choice before us tonight. Democrats will shut down the government to secure health care for people who shouldn't even be here. They'll sacrifice $50 billion meant for rural American hospitals to fund benefits for border jumpers. Maxine Waters can't even defend it. Okay? She's literally screaming at reporters. Chuck Schumer himself warned in 1996 that giving benefits to illegals creates a magnet for more illegal immigration. Now he's become the magnet. You see, Trump offered a clean funding bill. Republicans united to keep government open. But Democrats need their radical base fed with that fake vegan meat. Even if it means federal workers don't get paid. Even if it means chaos. They love chaos, though. Mostly peaceful chaos. You see, they've chosen foreign nationals over American citizens. So here's my question. Should Republicans hold firm and let Democrats own this shutdown? Drop a yes or a no. Let me know in the comments. And while Democrats betray America, show where you stand. Check out our patriotic merch shop. It's linked in the description below. Yeah, Jar Jar.
You said people gonna die?
I know. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Dan Thompson coming through double. He says, let's not forget Ruby Ridge. No. Never forget Ruby Ridge. Never forget. And what? He says another $2. Damn, Gary, you look good. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I am working on, I'm getting back in the gym, after the Charlie Kirk assassination, the ICE sniper attack. Last couple of weeks have been pretty hardcore. And, I have to dedicate a lot of my time tracking all these stories so we can bring you the latest information. So my health has not, I've been sacrificing my health. I know I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm getting back in the gym again. I was in the gym this morning, and I'll keep hitting that gym. Gotta drop some weight, right? We got PT. We don't need fat generals, right? Oh man. Okay, where are we going from here? We have got the next topic of the evening. Oh, Greta. Greta is back. Greta's back. Back again. All right, let's see what she's up to here. Look at these. Oh, my goodness. Joe Rogan reacts. IDF reports documents in Hamas compound. Jeez, man. What a grifter. She's so sick. Gary, I've got all the time in the world. I'll help you. You couldn't pay me to hand my power over to these medical inquisitors. Not the doom goblin. Luke loved the greeting. Right on, Luke. Love you, man. I bet it's now $20-$30 for a bandage at the hospital. So my advice, BYOB, bring your own bandages. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, all right, we got to get to it. Let's go. Remember when she wagged her finger at world leaders screaming,
"How dare you!"
about carbon emissions? Well, how dare you, Greta, the professional activist who jet sets to photo ops, just got exposed, taking Hamas blood money. Israeli intelligence seized the documents, terrorist signatures, Islamic resistance movement logos, direct funding to her Gaza flotilla. Oh, it's not about climate anymore. The girl who built a career scolding working families about their carbon footprint is literally sailing under terrorist colors. Her crew got caught faking voyage videos in a stationary boat. From UN stages to Hamas wages, she has perfected the outrage industrial complex. But this time, she went a little bit too far, and the evidence is absolutely damning. And while terror groups manipulate activists, real healing happens at home. Red light therapy delivers what false humanitarian stunts never could, actual results. NASA researched it, the FDA cleared it, and now Jonathan Otto bringing hospital-grade technology to your door. My wife's chronic pain vanished. My recovery rivals men half my age. 9 specific wavelengths. 0 EMF exposure, real transformation. No propaganda, no foreign funding, just proven science that works. Major medical journals confirm 300% faster healing and brain regeneration. The same therapy costs thousands of dollars at clinics. Visit myredlight.com and use code NNN for the deep discounts only for our viewers. Get real help, not staged photo ops. So, Greta Thunberg is back in the news. We're finding out IDF reports documents in Hamas compound in Gaza show a direct line from Hamas leadership to flotillas funding and ship ownership. Greta Thunberg is funded by Hamas terrorists. Oh yeah, you have been caught. Break the siege. Can you see that? Let me see if I can pull it closer for you. Break the siege. Break the siege. She's a member of the staff of Hamas now, apparently. Now, here are the receipts. I don't speak this language, so I do have to take it on its face value. Maybe, Todd, you could run this through, like, maybe ChatGPT, get a translation for us, send it over to me in Discord, and we can actually read what's said here. But these are the receipts. The Islamic resistance movement, Hamas and Palestine. You can see it right there at the top. Jane Zirkle posting this, the receipts to the connection. Mohammed Shahada says Israel's government is putting a target on the back of Greta Thunberg, labeling her and the entire flotilla as Hamas ahead of the flotilla's imminent arrival to Gaza's sea space. This is 13 hours ago. Today, every single Israeli newspaper has published this faked document to preempt Israel's planned attack on the ships. Now, he writes, reminder, Israel published 2 similar Hamas documents last year in Bild and the Jewish Chronicle, only for us to learn that both documents were totally fake. Israel similarly published fake Hamas documents ahead of the assassination of Anas al-Sharif, Mohammed Shabat, and other journalists. So they are claiming that this is an Israeli intelligence operation, propaganda campaign. But this is the headline here. Behind the protest flags, the connection between Hamas and Greta Thunberg is revealed. Documents found in Gaza reveal Hamas' direct involvement in the Samud flotilla. Among the findings found at the terror organization's outpost in the Strip is a letter signed by Hania, a list of senior activists, and a shell company in Spain that owns dozens of the ships. Oh. Speaking of Hamas, President Trump had this to say with respect to the recent negotiations between Israel and Hamas.
And if it's not...
How long do you plan to give Hamas to respond to the ceasefire proposal you put out?
Well, we're going to do about 3 or 4 days. We'll see how it is. All of the Arab countries are signed up. The Muslim countries are all signed up. Israel's all signed up. We're just waiting for Hamas. And Hamas is either going to be doing it or not. And if it's not, it's going to be a very sad end.
How long do you plan to give?
Did you say Muslim?
Countries are signed up. The Muslim countries are all signed up.
Okay, Greta Thunberg claimed her boat was struck by a drone back in September 8th, to be exact. Tunisian authorities said there was zero drone activity in the area.
We've been hit. We have been hit. The vessel is on fire. We are off the coast of Tunis. It was a loud explosion. I was on the top deck. The police are arriving. Patty, it was a massive explosion. Are we abandoning ship?
I don't know. Bring this on.
It was a massive explosion. A massive explosion. Just meters away. We've been hit by what appears to be a drone.
It's gonna be okay, okay?
Guys, we have been attacked in what appears to be a drone attack. The vessel is on fire. I repeat, the vessel is on fire. We were on the family boat at about 11:30 p.m. A loud explosion came from the boat is on fire.
I mean, that's one way to trigger a fundraiser, right? Let's see here. This is the image of the fire. I can't quite make out what that is. Looks like somebody started a fire. It doesn't look like an explosion from a drone attack. That's for sure. Here's Greta Thunberg 4 days ago from the flotilla.
Seemingly lost. I'm not scared of Israel. I'm scared of a world that has seemingly lost all sense of humanity. And what we are doing here is trying to show that there is still some humanity left, that there are still people willing to step up when all other means fail. But this is a last resort. This mission should not have to exist. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! The closer we get to Gaza, the higher is the risk of escalation and more attacks. The last weeks we have seen numerous escalated attacks against our mission that has damaged several boats, where drones have been dropping explosions, chemicals and unidentified objects on and around boats in a desperate attempt to intimidate us and to silence and scare those who are standing in solidarity with Palestine and to further dehumanize Palestinians.
You said people gonna die?
That's what she's saying, Jar Jar. So now we're learning that the drone attack was a photo op. Greta Thunberg's photo op flotilla is at full stop here, but they make a video pretending that they're moving. This is the essence of their mission in 30 seconds. Holy cow, that's hilarious. They're not even moving. They got someone at the helm pretending to steer.
Hi, Captain. Assalamu alaikum.
On our way to Gaza.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah, we bring you there. The new assistant captain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. They're not even moving. They're pretending. Oh, we have an update from Greta 9 hours ago.
Messages from for each step we get closer to Gaza, the more motivation and determination we have to achieve the goal of this mission, to deliver the humanitarian aid, break the illegal and inhumane siege on Gaza and open up a people's humanitarian corridor. And we are continuously hearing messages from the people of Gaza saying that they are looking forward to welcoming us there. The people of Gaza should have the right to decide what comes in and out of their own territorial waters, who to welcome. So we are very much hoping that we will be able to continue our peaceful humanitarian mission, completely abiding by international law. We've heard many...
Well, I think aren't they at war, though? So, yeah.
Rumors and threats coming from Israel saying that they're going to stop our humanitarian peaceful mission, which it has to be said very clear, if they would decide to do so, that would be a violation of international humanitarian and maritime law. They are not allowed to prevent humanitarian aid from entering Gaza. And what we are doing is sailing peacefully on international waters, completely abiding by international law. We are not carrying weapons, we are carrying food, medical supplies, baby formula, sanitary products. And we cannot accept Israel saying that they will stop this mission. That would be yet another war crime, adding to the very long list of war crimes they have committed toward...
Oh, okay. Well, I have a feeling that Israel is going to step in very soon because if you're getting funded by Hamas, yeah. Here is Joe Rogan reacting to Greta Thunberg sailing to Gaza with her activist crew.
Oh, it's like there she is.
Is the assignment done?
Leonardo, bro, that little how dare you girl?
Yeah.
How dare you? You know, the climate change girl? You know, the little autistic girl?
She's an
well,
adult
now
now, nobody
she's
cares.
free Palestine. She's singing things off her phone. Now she's at the front of a boat like George Washington, making its way to Gaza.
What happened to the environment,
Bro,
though?
it's like there she is.
Is the
She's
environment
like
done?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
She's got a nice boat.
From the river to the rising sea levels.
She's going to
Not
fix
bad,
it.
dude.
She's going to break the
Hey,
Israeli
not bad.
naval
It's really
blockade.
great.
I'm working on
I should
it.
got more.
Bro, those IDF guys are going to turn her into cat food. They will light her up from the fucking shore before she's even close. They don't play no
Everyone's
games.
gonna.
They don't play
Both sides are gonna blow that boat.
Yeah, they don't play
the second
no
they see
games.
it. They actually maybe come together on who gets to blow it up. Maybe that can bridge the gap here.
She could be sacrificing
herself for all of us.
Well, she could be just the best person ever.
Nothing greener
Or
than killing yourself.
She could be someone that they take advantage of and use at the front of the line for every cause.
Yeah. It's one of those.
She's a young kid, man. It's so crazy to take a young kid and like put them
Alter their lives. This is going to be your life now forever.
You're the face of X, Y, and Z.
This
You're
is
the face
this is
of-
even
if it's not up to her, and it is obviously not obviously, but it could be out of her hands. She probably has handlers and political shit. But it's like,
for now,
at least she's
trying.
gainfully employed.
she's trying
Who cares?
Yeah, gainfully
But
employed.
this is when they're going to Palestine. It's like those people going to the unchartable islands and be like, "Hi, I'm Christian." Just spear you immediately.
Yeah, like North Sentinel Island.
Jesus, you've forsaken me.
That's just crazy.
bro.
Or the white social worker who goes into Baltimore ghetto. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I'm here," and they just beat the fuck out of him.
Bro, that little how dare you girl?
How dare you?
Dare you? You know,
They're going to make her fish food. Let's take a look here. Glenn Jacobs weighing in. He is the mayor of Knox County. I've known Glenn for a long time, actually. Worked out with him at the gym, interviewed him on my show, and just recently saw him at the Ron Paul 90th birthday party. Greta Thunberg and the entire left become radical social warriors for whatever issue is right in front of them. That's what Glenn says. Their newest flavor of the month is sailing to Gaza. I just hope global warming doesn't beat them there.
Change to Gaza.
Here he is on Fox
It seems
on the Gutfeld show.
So, Glenn, how on earth does Greta go from climate change to Gaza? It seems like it's more about her.
Well, I certainly hope she gets there in a hurry, her little raft, before global warming causes the oceans to rise and the whole thing's flooded anyway. So, yeah, obviously she is a attention-seeking young lady who has some issues. And shame on the media and the left for exploiting that for their outrage of the month. You know, these are serious issues, no matter where you come down on them. They're serious issues, and they deserve to be treated with adult discussions, not like gossip at a pajama party.
Yeah. So, Glenn.
Oh, gossip at a pajama party. Tunisian authorities, no drone detected.
hit. The vessel is on fire. Our vessel is on fire. We've been hit by what appears to be a drone.
No, looks like someone set a fire on your boat. You abandoned ship voluntarily. Let's keep digging deeper. Official Hamas documents. This is from the Israel Foreign Ministry. Official Hamas documents found in the Gaza Strip now revealed for the first time prove Hamas' direct involvement in the funding and execution of the Samud flotilla to Gaza. Hamas documents that were discovered in the Gaza Strip and are being revealed for the first time show a direct link between the flotilla leaders and the Hamas terrorist organization. While Hamas in the Gaza Strip is responsible for what happens inside the Strip, Hamas abroad is responsible for activity outside the Gaza Strip, with emphasis on the PCPA organization, which is subordinate to Hamas and serves as a wing of the movement. The PCPA, the Palestinian Conference for Palestinians Abroad, was established in 2018 and functions as a Hamas representative body abroad, operating de facto as Hamas embassies. The organization operates under the pretense of civilian cover and is responsible on behalf of Hamas for mobilizing actions against Israel, including violent demonstrations, marches against Israel, demonstrations, and provocation flotillas. The first official Hamas document was found in the Gaza Strip, a letter from 2021, signed by the head of the Hamas political bureau, Ismail Haniyeh, directly and explicitly calling on the PCPA chairman for unity. In the letter, he publicly endorses the PCPA organization. It should be noted that Israel designated PCPA as a terrorist organization in 2021 due to it being a wing of Hamas. The second official Hamas document is a list of PCPA operatives, some of whom are high-ranking, well-known Hamas operatives. Among the names on the list, Zar Birawi, who serves as head of the PCPA Hamas sector in the UK, who's known as a leader of the demonstration flotillas to the Gaza Strip over the past 15 years, number 19 in the document. Saif Abu Kashik, number 25 in the document, an operative from the organization in Spain. This document was found in a Hamas outpost in the Gaza Strip and proves again their direct connection between the flotilla leaders and Hamas. In addition to being a Hamas-aligned PCPA operatives, Abu Kashk is the CEO of Cyber Neptune, a front company in Spain that owns dozens of the ships participating in the Samud flotilla. Thus, these ships are secretly owned by Hamas. A full translation of the document in the first comment. Okay, so now we have the full translation. You can see some of the images here posted of the individual in question, the two documents that have been published, and the list of the names. So this is from the Israeli Foreign Embassy. Let's see here. Okay, see if we can read this. Okay. We in the Islamic resistance movement of Hamas are attentive to the Palestinian cause to the extent of the normalization between Arab and states and the Zionist entity. We recognize the importance of the current moment in light of the statements of some of our brothers, especially from Egypt and Qatar, regarding the importance of renewing the reconciliation process and discussion on rapprochement that could contribute to it. Elections, Palestinian elections, presidency of the authority. Okay, excerpt from the PCPA operative list found in the Hamas outpost. Okay, so here is the list of names and where they are from. It's interesting to note, though, that the person that they're highlighting in this picture, you see this person here, and this person right here, that's George Galloway. I remember him. It's not the same person in the first image, but there is a community note. The person circled in the photos is George Galloway, a former member of UK Parliament. Galloway also published a statement on his Instagram profile confirming that these are his photos. They state the tweet is Israel's routine attempt to justify its terrorist attacks. I don't think that's George Galloway, but this certainly does look like George Galloway right there. So they're claiming that this is just an Israeli attempt to justify the the attacks. But Greta told CNN she's joining the flotilla to deliver food and baby formula. This was 5 hours ago. Oh, so happy delivering food and baby formula while staging photo ops on boats that aren't even moving. So, if you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next.
How dare you?
I'm sorry. The Climate Crusader just got exposed as a terror puppet. Hamas documents don't lie. Islamic resistance movement logos, verified signatures, money transfer straight to the flotilla. This is not humanitarian aid. It's a propaganda operation. Greta claims she's delivering baby formula, but witnesses caught them making fake videos on stationary boats. Even Joe Rogan's mocking the absurdity. Remember when she was scolding us about carbon emissions?
How dare you?
Now she's literally sailing under terrorist funding. The Israeli government published the receipts in every major newspaper, so the truth is undeniable. Hamas weaponized Western activism, and Greta is their poster child. And Trump nailed it today. Everyone's ready for peace except Hamas. And now we know why they're stalling. So here's my question. Should Western activists who knowingly take terror money face prosecution? Yes or no? Sound off below. And while Greta plays terror puppet, support real American values. Hit our merch shop, linked in the description. All right, no new super chats to speak of, but we are moving right along in our quest for truth today. And you guys are right along with us. We got some breaking news from Dan Bongino out of Chicago. Some stuff out of Des Moines. Remarkable stuff that's happening to protect the homeland. The crackdown is coming. Fraud, waste, and abuse, you guys say. 15 bot checks. Supporting terrorists is illegal. All right. Remember when they told you law enforcement had their hands tied? When sanctuary cities laughed at federal authority? When criminals ran wild with zero consequences? Well, those days just ended. What happened in Des Moines this morning sent shockwaves through every blue city in America. An illegal alien superintendent with fake credentials tried to run from ICE. Big mistake. But that arrest was just the opening shot. We have multi-agency actions happening in Chicago right now. Helicopters, raids on terrorist organizations, Tren de Aragua. From Memphis to Portland, federal forces are deploying in ways we haven't seen in decades. And the Attorney General just issued orders that change everything. National Guard units mobilizing. DHS snipers are taking positions. The enforcement hammer is falling, and the footage you're about to see will blow your mind. And while federal forces restore order, you need to prepare for whatever comes next. C60 Evo delivers cellular-level protection that government can't provide. This Nobel Prize-winning molecule made lab animals live 90% longer. Imagine what it could do for you. My brain fog vanished, joint pain disappeared, energy levels skyrocketed, my wife looks years younger. This isn't another supplement scam. It's 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. Chris Burres has perfected this in his Houston lab since 1991. While chaos erupts outside, strengthen yourself from within. Visit c60evo.com/NNN and use code NNN at checkout. Take control of your health today. So, Dan Bongino just posting this a couple hours ago with only the caption, "We are not slowing down." It's a Fox News clip that is absolutely stunning. Watch this.
Dozen people searching. It's hard to see, but there's a helicopter right there on this building. And that helicopter has just inserted snipers for the protection of all these federal agents you can see entering the building. What they are after, 6 particular individuals associated with Tren de Aragua. They say these individuals are responsible for dealing in guns, long guns and handguns, as well as drugs. The helicopter is now just taken off. This is really an unprecedented show of federal force. Almost 300 agents coming to get control of this building and the people inside.
They detained about 24 people, searching only apartments where no rent was being paid. So far, we don't know if they got the high-value targets they've been tracking. One guy did display a Tren de Aragua tattoo. But the new detainees are being held and processed at this ICE facility in Broadview.
It's hard to see, but
Tren de Aragua taking over apartment buildings in Chicago. They're raiding the apartment building, the apartments where no rent is being paid, but people are living there. Disgusting. And then we have this, Des Moines, an all-Democrat, all-female school board hired a new superintendent based purely on his skin color. Not only was he an illegal alien and fugitive from justice, he lacked a basic education and experience to lead the state's largest school district. Armed with an illegal firearm, Ian Andre Roberts charmed the pants off every member of the female board. The only box he could have possibly checked for the board and the district was the color of his skin. Did the board know he was an illegal immigrant and fugitive from justice? Look at that. ICE arrested Dr. Ian Andre Roberts, the superintendent of Des Moines, Iowa Public Schools, an illegal alien and fugitive from Guyana. Dr. Roberts fled from ICE agents, speeding away, then abandoned the car. He was found in a brushy area 200 yards away with the help of an Iowa State Police canine. Agents found a loaded gun, a hunting knife, and $3,000 cash in the fugitive's vehicle. His was riddled. Wow, I can't read what that word. His resume was riddled with fake employment history and degrees. And he was the superintendent of Des Moines, Iowa Public Schools. ICE arresting the superintendent of Des Moines, Iowa Public Schools, who's an illegal immigrant from Africa. Not Africa. South America. He was armed and attempted to flee. He led the largest school district in Iowa. Our kids are not safe with Democrats in charge. Insane. Stephen Miller posting this 23 hours ago. Calling all patriots. USCIS is now hiring homeland defenders. You looking for a job? Your job will be to interview applicants for green cards, work visas, and citizenship for approval or denial. Great pay, flexible hours, stay local. Sign up to be a Homeland Defender today. Oh, that's going to trigger a lot of folks, right? Homeland Defender. He was quote tweeting the Homeland Security, their own post, with a quote from Calvin Coolidge that says, "Those who do not want to be partakers of the American spirit ought not to settle in America." With this sort of throwback poster, protect your homeland, defend your culture. They're going to call that racist for sure. And speaking of defending, Big Balls is back. And now he's telling his story of how he saved his friend, which ultimately led to President Trump taking over Washington, D.C. with the National Guard. Now we hear his story for the first time.
Situation. I was hanging out with a group of my friends late at night, and at about 3 a.m., we were wrapping up, and I was walking one of my friends back to her car. And as we're walking to the car, there's a group of 10 guys right across the street. And as we get to the car and she begins to fumble for the keys, they start shouting at us. And really quickly, I knew something was really off about the situation. So she unlocks the car. I rush her into the driver's seat. She's able to close the door behind her and lock the doors. And, right as I turn around, they run up on me. And they're just a few feet away. And they slam me against the car. They start throwing a bunch of punches. I keep my hands up. I'm just like, all right, I'm getting a lot of punches here. I'm just trying to protect my head the best way that I can. And, luckily the whole thing didn't last too long. The police showed up pretty quickly. So I was very fortunate. I only came out with a broken nose and a concussion. It could have been a lot worse.
Oh, my God. All right. So they were wailing on you. Did they get you down on the ground?
No. I knew that if I got down on the ground, it'd get way worse. So I was like, all right, no matter what, I just have to stay on my feet.
All right, so stay on your feet. You protect the head because You know what? Big Balls also has big brains, and that's very important. And you saved this lady friend of yours. You kind of saved more than her car. You might have saved her life.
Yeah, it was was a really bad situation. And, you know, the carjacking didn't make a lot of sense because, like, it was like the cheapest car on the block. So it felt like there might have been something else going on there.
Okay, well, you're a brave guy and you're a lucky guy, and we're glad you're okay.
I was hanging out with
Big Balls telling his story for the first time. Down in Memphis, Governor Bill Lee writes, Memphis has a generational opportunity to become a safe city with unprecedented resource and strong partnership at the state, local, and federal levels. We are working side by side to fight crime and ensure Memphis families can live in a safe community. Contrast that with what the governor of Illinois is saying, right? We'll get to that in a minute.
We are in a unique place here in Memphis. Never before has a city in this country had access to the level of resources that is about to be made to the city.
It's amazing what he's saying right there. The level of resources, never before giving access to this city from the federal government. Meanwhile, Chicago's like, no, no, no. Get out of our town. We don't want you here. They just want crime to fester. Sorry, let's continue.
In Memphis, there's no city in America that has access to the resources we're about to get. And that is very hopeful for me. And I see this team of professionals behind us that are willing to work together to make this city safe. It's exciting for me. We have to do this. We have to do it for the Memphis business community, small businesses and large employers. I talk to CEOs all the time who want to move to Memphis and who want to bring jobs and who want to bring opportunity. And we have to make it possible for those companies to feel good about making the moves here. And we have to do this for Memphis families. We have to do this for the people who live and work and worship and play and their children are on the streets. We have to do this for the people that live in Memphis. We are...
Remarkable. Remarkable. Tennessee governor. But over there in, California, New York, this picture, this image, this cartoon tells the whole story. Leave our crime alone. Newsom, Pritzker, Hochul. See, they want Trump out. They don't want his help because it exposes the failures of their entire policy platform. 24 hours ago, the Attorney General writes, I just issued a memo to all Justice Department components making it clear violence against federal officers will not be tolerated. The DOJ is deploying agents to protect ICE facilities, arrest violent agitators on the spot, and bring in the strongest federal charges possible. Here is the memo from the Attorney General dated September 29th of this year. Ending political violence against ICE. Of course, this in the wake of all the attacks on ICE facilities, even a sniper attack last week. Horrible things happening. Like this, an Antifa member in Portland tried to, Nick Shirley writes, Antifa member in Portland tried to chase me out of their rally, threatening to smoke me. And DHS snipers on the roof hit him with a nice little FAFO as snipers put lasers on his chest. What do these people have to fear if they're peacefully protesting?
Stop it.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, what are you
Get
doing?
The fuck out
hey,
of here, man.
I didn't do anything.
Hey, get the fuck out.
You get out of here. Don't try to hit me.
Get out of here.
Well, I have
get
no.
Out of here. Don't come back.
Get away from me.
See you again.
Get away from me, sir.
Get the
Where are you? You're pushing me onto the road.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let me move. Let me get out. If you're gonna let me get out.
Fucking walk.
Hey, sir, stop it.
Fucking walk.
Stop.
Walk, motherfucker.
What are you doing? Why are you so mad? I didn't do anything.
You did.
What did I do?
Walk.
I haven't done anything.
Walk, motherfucker. Do not come back.
Watch out.
You come back, I'm gonna fucking smoke you, dude.
Really?
Yes, really. I'm
Why?
gonna smash that fucking camera.
Stop it. Stop. Sir, stop it.
Stop sticking your camera in people's fucking face.
I have the right to be here.
Okay, did I say?
I have the right to be here.
Stop.
I have the right to film. You have DHS watching you right there.
Stop.
Lasered on you.
I
You have a
didn't do
sniper
nothing.
lasered on you right now.
I don't give a fuck.
Stop it.
Stop
You
sticking your camera in people's face.
I didn't do anything wrong. You have a sniper on you right now. You have a sniper on you right now.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, what are you
Get
doing?
the fuck out.
Hey.
Dude, that's just crazy. But Antifa is absolutely out of their minds with what they're doing and how they're attacking. Let's see here. Here is the Attorney General discussing Memphis and dropping the Secretary of War's name, Pete Hegseth.
DA, an 18-year-old, murdered a Memphis police officer, and he had been let out without any bail just prior to that murder. Because you have a woke Soros DA there. They're letting people out. They're not holding them accountable. So we're coming in with all of our federal agents, and we are going to charge them federally whenever possible. We're going to keep them in federal custody. No officers, no offers. And if you touch a federal officer, you will be prosecuted. You touch a federal officer, and we're going to hold you in jail, in a federal jail, and we are going to prosecute you. That's what's going to stop crime. And working hand in hand with the local Memphis Police Department, they've been great. We're going to come in and share intelligence and get these violent criminals off the street. It's got to stop. I mean, these are our cities. Memphis is a beautiful historical city, and people are getting killed every day. 125 murders so far. Last night we got 2 guns off the street, and that's just the beginning. So Secretary Hegseth and I are going in there together this week. We're going to meet. I did it the whole time we were in D.C. We're meeting with all of our troops, meeting all of our federal agents, all of the state police on the ground to show them that we support them. We're meeting with the mayor, all the locals, so we can work hand in hand to make Memphis safe again. And it's a shame that Portland, that Chicago, that these cities aren't begging Donald Trump to come in there and help them.
Yep. They have the offers on the table. President Trump has stated it. Memphis task force set to start this week. National Guard, along with about 13 other agencies, will be there to help stop crime in the city. How could anyone be against this? Tennessee Governor Lee is all for it. But, hey, leave our crime alone, right? Oregon Governor Tina Kotek. I want people to know Portland, Oregon is a beautiful, vibrant, successful city.
I was out there all. Yeah, well, thank you. First of all, I want people to know that Portland, Oregon is a beautiful, vibrant, successful city. We are not a war zone. I was out there all weekend long. People were out and about, shopping, going to restaurants, going to soccer matches, going to shows. Portland is a beautiful place, and we.
But did you stop by the ICE facility? Did you see what they're doing over there? Hundreds of protesters lined up. Protesters getting arrested, harassing journalists, blockading, obstructing justice. You see, that's what President Trump, that's what Pam Bondi, that's what Pete Hegseth are about to do. They're going to go and reinforce those ICE facilities because they're literally under siege. So, yeah, well, maybe in other parts of Portland, people are out there shopping and, going about their business. The problem is that you have Antifa terrorists, declared domestic terrorists, who are obstructing justice from President Trump fulfilling his obligation to the constituents of that city.
They're not under siege. There's no insurrection here. When the president makes a choice to say, I should have military troops in my state. Yeah, well, thank you. First of all, I want people to.
Yeah. So it's going down, folks. Memphis getting troops, and they're gladly accepting it. Meanwhile, Portland pretends like there's no problem. California, Illinois, New York, they don't want the help. They don't want to be exposed. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is what Law & Order looks like. No more catch and release. No more sanctuary city games. That Des Moines superintendent thought his fake degrees and woke school board would protect him. ICE, a K-9 unit, and federal marshals proved him wrong. He fled with a loaded gun and cash. Sounds real innocent, right? Memphis, though, is the blueprint. National Guard plus 13 agencies working as one hammer of justice. Portland Antifa tried threatening reporters until DHS snipers painted them with laser sights. The message is clear. Threatened federal officers face federal consequences. Attorney General Bondi's memo, it's not a suggestion. It's a declaration of war on lawlessness. So here's the question. Should every sanctuary city face this level of federal enforcement? Let's have a conversation in the comments. Drop your answers below. While order returns to our streets, show your support for law enforcement. Grab our American Badass gear at the merch shop, linked down below. All right, Irving's back. Back again, dropping $25. We're at $33.99. Will we hit our target tonight? Only you can do it. Oh, but we have so much more. This next topic is going to blow your mind. Oh, yes, it will. Yes, it will. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I got everything. Halloween decorations. Crazy. Okay. Where do we begin? All right, I think I know where. The mask didn't just slip, it got ripped clean off. What spilled out should terrify every decent American. A sitting congressman dismissing a conservative's assassination. A major city mayor bragging about racial discrimination in government contracts. A former CNN anchor calling an entire race lazy and dumb. These aren't random trolls on social media. These are elected officials and media personalities and power brokers showing their true colors. The compilation of pure hatred that we have assembled will make your blood boil, from paperclip-wearing union bosses comparing themselves to Nazi resistance fighters to violent effigies of Trump supporters. The evidence is overwhelming. This is who they really are when they think that you are not watching. So brace yourself. And while the left spews hatred, prepare your family for what is coming. My Patriot Supply has your 3-month emergency food kit with a $100 discount right now. Over 2,000 calories daily for 90 days. Real meals, not freeze-dried mush. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drinks, snacks, all packed in sturdy buckets lasting 25 years. No MSG, no junk, made right here in America. When hateful mobs threaten stability, will you be ready? They got fast free shipping, 30-day returns, even a disaster replacement guarantee. America needs heroes who protect their families. Be one of them. Visit preparewithgary.com and save $100 today. It's linked down below. So Ilhan Omar hanging out with Don Lemon, right? Check this out.
I have nothing to apologize for. It is a tragedy that Charlie Kirk was killed in that way. I feel for his widow and his children. They will have to live with that for the rest of their lives. But there is no legacy to honor. It was a legacy filled with bigotry, hatred, and white supremacy. Mm-hmm. And as a black woman and as a Muslim in this country, I refuse to join the chorus that changes the history of what is on the record from this man. And so, Nancy Mace, the president, whatever, these crazy people can do whatever they want to do. Yeah. But I am not going to be bullied into complacency, into, dishonoring who I am and what I stand for just to, make them feel comfortable. Yeah. It's not going to happen. I have nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, of course not. Ilhan Omar will never apologize. Did you see this? Absolutely vile. A Mexican man in Houston displays effigies of Trump supporters being hanged and Mexican flags waving proudly. Fox 26 there on the scene.
Or the Second Ward, as it's known, has gone viral for its Halloween decorations. A man and a woman are wearing red hats, black shirts, khaki pants, and have zip ties in their pockets. There's also 2 Mexican flags and a third person wearing a colorful poncho.
With everything going on in our community, with all the problems our community's having, it just seems politically right.
And your decoration has gone viral on social media. You said you saw it on Instagram as well. What was your reaction to just seeing this go viral on the internet?
I was surprised that many people actually liked it. I mean, the comments that I was reading, that wasn't really none negative.
Disgusting.
Who do these people represent?
People who wear masks that have red hats. It ain't right what's happening. It ain't right that our country's going the wrong way instead of a right way.
And that's how you intend to fix it? Really? With this type of visual imagery?
And I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, it's just a point about morally doing things right or morally doing things wrong. By no means am I threatening any agents. I mean, that's just a little statement that I'm putting up for myself.
Or the second ward.
Absolutely disgusting. Secretary of War earlier today taking aim at dudes in dresses, DEI offices.
This administration has done a great deal from day one to remove the social justice, politically correct, and toxic ideological garbage that had infected our department, to rip out the politics. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses. No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. No more debris. As I've said before, and will say again, we are done with that.
It has no place in the Department of War. And check this out. This is wild. Senator Josh Hawley torching Biden's director of gun violence prevention. Former director of gun violence prevention under Biden. Watch this. This is solid gold.
Here's what you say with comprehensive approaches, defunding the police, which is what this says. The entire time. This is so typical of what the Democrats do now. After your policies have transparently failed and led to the deaths of millions of Americans, now you say you've never heard of defunding the police. Your own report recommends it on page after page after page. Let me ask about something else you say. Here's what you say we ought to invest in. Instead of funding the police, here's what we ought to invest in. We need to invest in programs that acknowledge the need for safe space initiatives led by lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender nonconforming people. What's two-spirit?
Well, look, I don't know exactly. You guys are pulling some interesting quotes.
This is from your report.
If you look at the report, the focus is on investing in violence intervention, outreach workers.
What is you say that you shouldn't invest in the police, but we ought to invest in two-spirit community programs that acknowledge two-spirit individuals.
We are not going to discriminate
what is that?
We're not going to discriminate against any nonprofit that what
is
wants to
a
help
two-spirit?
us prevent violence in
what
our
is
community.
two-spirit? You say don't fund the police, but do fund programs that create safe spaces for two-spirit people. What is? I just want to know. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
Well, I honestly, I'm not completely aware of the language or the
wrote
spirit
the
of how that was
report?
written. But what I'm telling you is that what is
a two-spirit individual? I mean, really, this is your policymaker's playbook. You are the witness called by the Democrats on this committee, so I assume you reflect their views. Well, you don't want to fund the police. You want to fund safe spaces for two-spirit individuals. What is a two-spirit person?
I feel like I'm looking at a two-faced individual because you talk about reducing
violence. Oh, no, sir.
Violence.
You're looking at somebody who's reading you your own words, and I'd like to hear an answer.
Programs.
Here's the answer. The answer is you don't have any solutions. You want to invest in gobbledygook and take away money from police officers who actually keep our communities safe, and when you're called on the record, you deny it.
Scorched. Fatality. Oh, do you hear about this? Taylor Swift. She thinks she's going to be the next target. She secretly attended a Chiefs game and beefed up her security following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. She's now protected by bulletproof glass as she fears she could be the target of a revenge attack. Really? Because Taylor Swift is out there, like, actually changing people's minds, right? With, debates on college campuses? No.
Took extra precaution. Taylor Swift attends Travis Kelce's game, kept off NFL footage. Taylor Swift snuck into Arrowhead Stadium to secretly support fiancé Travis Kelce as the Kansas City Chiefs face the Baltimore Ravens. Her appearance came just 24 hours after attending Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's wedding, amid ongoing safety concerns. Swift's arrival was very low-key, unlike some of her previous entrances, and she didn't even appear on the NFL broadcast. Fans spotted her father, Scott, her brother, Austin, and Kelsey's mom, Donna, as she took extra precautions after Charlie Kirk's murder. A regular at Kelsey's matches, Swift feared she could become the target for a potential revenge attack and was seen behind a bulletproof screen days after the MAGA star's assassination.
Give me a break. Taylor Swift, you really think so? President Trump in the Oval Office today. We're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. And he lays in to the true Democrat agenda.
They want trans. We're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. But a lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things. But they want open borders. They want men playing in women's sports. They want transgender for everybody. They never stop. They don't learn. We won an election in a landslide. They just don't learn. So we have no choice. I have to do that for the country. We're doing well as a country, so the last thing we want to do is shut it down. But
of course, the Democrats are going to hold it hostage. Over in Boston, Mayor Michelle Wu, who famously held a blacks-only party, boasts that 70% of her small business grants went to people of color. The entire grant program must be audited to see if white people were discriminated against. Libs of TikTok posting this.
More than 70%. The numbers tell the story. $35 million in grants were given to more than 1,500 small businesses, more than 70% of them owned by people of color. The numbers tell the story. $35 million in grants were given to more than 1,500 small.
Talk about racism, right? There it is. Over in Chicago, J.B. Pritzker, God J.B. Pricker, one of my favorite follows on X, says J.B. Pritzker is a scumbag. Here he paints someone that was attempting to run over an ICE agent as a victim. Someone that wasn't supposed to be here and claims the community is saddened. Yeah, a community thousands of miles away from here. Oh, looks like the audio's messed up. Sorry about that. God, J.B. Pricker, you better check your audio. But here's when interfering with ICE goes wrong, posted by Washington's Ghost 4 hours ago.
What's the community? They've shown zero paperwork. They don't have a warrant.
Well, then you take it up with their bosses. I don't know what they have.
They manhandled Worcester community.
Okay, you take it up with them. There's nothing.
So you have no
They're
problem
federal.
with that.
They're federal. They're federal. I can't do anything about another police department.
They don't have a warrant.
Who says you need a warrant for an ICE extradition?
You do.
They probably do. Come on, get off the car, Dan. Get off the car. Come on. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Do you guys got information for them?
How you gonna work out a warrantless?
Come on.
Hey, Mike, can you get your cruiser up here, please?
Hey.
Leave it free.
This is the Worcester Police Department. This is an unlawful assembly.
Or you get exposed right now, we're subject to arrest. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Guys, you gotta step away.
Get out of here!
You can't allow him to do that. I know this is hard for you, but you can do something to bring it to an end. You don't have to facilitate this.
They're not hurting.
They've shown zero paperwork.
They don't have a warrant.
Well, then you take it up with their bosses. I don't know what they have.
Yeah, interfering with ICE does have consequences. They could just let them do their job, but no. Randy Weingarten, did you know she wears a paperclip now? Because teachers wore paperclips when there was a Nazi occupation in Norway. Disgraceful.
There is a reason why in Norway, when the Nazis took over Norway, that's why I'm wearing this paperclip. I wear two things now. The American flag, nobody can take patriotism away from me, and a paperclip. What did the teachers in Norway do when there was the Nazi occupation? They started wearing paperclips. There is a reason why in Norway, when the Nazis took over...
Yeah, so she's basically saying that we're under Nazi occupation now. ICE officers, though, not playing around. These activists tried to invade the elevator being used to transport illegals, then officers clear them out.
Get out the fucking elevator! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Who is that?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, man. You know, these are all paid provocateurs. Meanwhile, Josh Shapiro claims that the Democrats are the ones who are standing up for freedom. Listen to this.
These guys are completely full of shit when it comes to freedom. They are continually restricting the freedoms of Americans. I think the Democrats are the ones who are standing up for freedom. We're the ones standing up for individual liberty.
Give me an example.
You want to use Sarah's words? We're the ones standing up for that libertarian approach. Leave people to making decisions over their own bodies and allow them to be able to hear all the different perspectives to form their own mindset. The Republican Party under Donald Trump is restricting our freedoms, and that is very, very dangerous. These guys...
I love when they just use just general rhetoric with no actual examples. This is the commentary Donald Trump post 6 hours ago. These are mugshots of Antifa goon squads. Antifa militants are organizing riots and attacks on ICE facilities. This is the base of the Democrat Party. Oh, this is a great post, too. The difference between MSNBC and Fox News in two posts. Okay? Check this out. Chris Hayes, MSNBC. ICE has detained the superintendent of the Des Moines school system. That's what he writes. Okay. Over on Fox's Bill Malugin writes, breaking. Senior ICE official tells Fox News today that ICE arrested the superintendent of Des Moines, Iowa Public Schools, Dr. Ian Andre Roberts, who ICE says is an illegal alien from Guyana and an active ICE fugitive with a deportation order since May of 2024. Fox has told Dr. Roberts fled from ICE agents in his car once they ID'd themselves as immigration agents, speeding away, then abandoning the car, found in a brushy area 200 yards away. With the help of Iowa State Police K-9, per ICE official, agents found a loaded gun and a fixed-blade hunting knife and $3,000 cash in Dr. Roberts' vehicle. Per senior ICE official, Roberts first entered the United States in 1999 on an F-1 student visa at St. John's University, was ordered removed from the United States on May 22nd, 2024, during the Biden administration, with proceedings being held in absentia. On April 24, 2025, an immigration judge in Dallas, Texas, denied the motion to reopen his immigration case. A tale of two networks right there. Oh, what's Joy Reid saying? Oh, no. What's Joy Reid saying? Cryptid Politics writes, yes, Joy Reid, this is the America we want. What?
Is that if you go back before the 20th century, there were no income taxes, there were no regulations on business. You could earn as much money as you want, leave 100% of it to your children with no taxes. Right. That's the world they want back. And to get it back, they need society to change. They need people to be less modern. They need people to want fewer things. Is that if you go back before the 20th century...
You don't want those things, Joy? No income tax, no regulations, earn as much as you want and leave it to your children with no taxes. That's the world they want. I can't believe that she would even argue against any of that. But it's Joy Reid, though. Oh, no. We got more from Don Lemon. Says white men are lazy, dumb. Meanwhile, he's married to a white man.
And sitting in... Wake up, white men! What the fuck is wrong with you? But you're too dumb to even realize that. Because you're lazy and sitting in front of a computer or a phone and you're just eating it up. Oh, my God. Look at what they're doing. All of a sudden, my heritage is going to be over. That I want to live in a country where white kids go to white schools and white people marry each other. What is wrong with that? I want to grow up in the country that my great-grandfather grew up in. That country doesn't exist anymore, asshole. Wake up, white men. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, wow. We expect nothing less from Don Lemon. Here is Democrat Representative Latifah Simon tells Republicans this.
I want to be clear that 4 out of the 5 of you.
Now you can see their House Oversight Committee holds hearing about DEI programs. Democrat Rep Latifah Simon.
Last year, posted on your social media the words of Dr. King. And there are so few folks who actually have studied, who are clear on the theology of freedom of King. Very few of you have read and studied and have sat in Ebenezer Baptist Church. So I would ask you, you keep Dr. King's name out of your mouth. If you, like me and the many scholars who will be watching, studied King, you know that he and the mothers and the fathers of the civil rights movement and of the movement for emancipation not only would be struck by the conversations in this room, but would be shattered by the consequence of lies, of hatred, of abuse of this administration in the name of folks who worked to make this country more free. Children of Abraham, for real. I want to be clear for the young people that are listening today here in this audience, this conversation is not about an acronym. It's just not. I want to be clear that
we can't quote MLK talking about freedom in his dreams, where white children and black children could play together. But these are the same people who are creating safe spaces just for black people, right? All black dormitories, all these things. Like you're creating segregation, and you're calling it freedom, while building division. It's exactly the antithesis of everything that Dr. Martin Luther King preached. So I'm sorry, Latifah, we will honor Martin Luther King's legacy, despite whatever hatred you want to continue to spew to divide this country. Oh, here's more. Jamal Bowman on CNN. He has figured out the reason why heart disease and cancer are really rampant in the black community. He's figured it out, guys.
Republican
Catholic
and the
pro-life
problem is we are not dealing with America's original sin and its disease of hate and racism towards black and brown people and sexism towards women and anti-LGBTQ sentiment. We are not dealing with that. Your colleagues in the Republican Party do not hold each other accountable when it comes to the racism that comes from the party on a consistent basis.
Congressman, I mean, where are you on?
You can't be calm about this. I'm a black man in America. The reason why heart disease...
I'm white, I can't comment
Listen to what I'm saying. The reason why heart disease and cancer and obesity and diabetes are bigger in the black community is because of the stress we carry from having to deal with being called the N-word directly or indirectly every day. If your colleagues would listen...
Did you hear that?
And I'm a black...
He just figured it out.
man in America. The reason why heart disease...
I'm white, I can't comment
Listen to what I'm saying. The reason why heart disease and cancer and obesity and diabetes are bigger in the black community is because of the stress we carry from having to deal with being called the N-word directly or indirectly every day. If your colleagues would listen and try to learn and engage and grow and stop being so hateful, we could have a better country.
Jamal. Oh, right. But we've just been told we're not allowed to, preach anything MLK said. So which way is it? Or is it because white people are just lazy and dumb? Which one is it? Or is it because we don't want income tax or regulations and we want to earn as much as we want? Which one is it? I mean, you tell me. I mean, wearing paper clips because we're under Nazi occupation now? This is the left for you, folks. This is it. We just laid it all out for you. I mean, this right here. I mean, look at this. I mean, this Halloween decoration. Come on. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. So this is the modern Democrat Party without the mask. Ilhan Omar shrugging off Charlie Kirk's murder. Michelle Wu openly discriminating against white business owners with tax dollars. Don Lemon declaring an entire race lazy and dumb on national television. If any conservative said this about any other group, they'd be destroyed. But the left gets a pass because their hatred targets the right people. You see, they're not even hiding it anymore. Mexican nationals, with horrific Halloween decorations, with Trump supporter effigies, Randy Weingarten comparing herself to Holocaust resistors, Antifa posting mugshots like trophies. This isn't political discourse, it's dehumanization. They call us dangerous while celebrating our deaths. They preach tolerance while practicing apartheid. They demand unity while spreading division by skin color. So here's my question. Is the Democrat Party beyond redemption at this point? Yes or no? Let's have a conversation in the comments. And while they spread hate, spread truth. Rock our American badass gear from the merch shop, linked down below. Wow. Sneaks coming in with the last minute huge super chat. Wow. Gary, I personally don't believe that the digital ID is the mark of the beast, but I do believe it's the catalyst to the mark. The mark 666 is implemented by the beast himself, not the government. Revelation 13, 16, 17 referenced yesterday's show. God bless. Okay. Perhaps the digital ID is not, but it is the groundwork for it. Okay. You say the mark is implemented by the beast himself and not the government. Well, the government has to lay the groundwork first for all the infrastructure to be in place. Eventually, when the Antichrist rises, I believe the Antichrist will rise out of one of the European nations, will then somehow implement this on a global scale. Just keep watching. R. Boyd dropping 10. Greta von Doomsburg is nothing but a troll, lefty, LARPer, lunatic, typical lefty, actually. So, wow, we came in strong today, $143.99. Thank you, guys. I used to like Gary, but now he is a sellout promoting things that are scams. The scams! Randy Ferguson. Thanks for watching, though. You used to like me, but you're here. What does that say? The Red Dragon, eh? The demon rats are Marxist, useful idiots. We all must get ourselves ready to be the bride of Christ. Amen. We love our Boyd. Mike Taylor News. Don Lemon thinks somebody's listening to him. He needs to go to cuddle up with his white husband. Yes, they've all lost their minds, Tyson. They certainly have. Love Gary always, loyalty to truth. I'll leave when the show's over, says Kibbs. The entire political monopoly is gasping for breath at the bottom of the wild red handed with the stolen treasure. Cuddles. Greta should be in prison. What? My question about diabetes? What's the Roman numeral of the emperor that ousted John? I do not know. Enlighten me, Heather. Peaceful revolution. Olympian solution is logical. Destiny, live long and prosper. Go in peace. Let's roll. Senate Democrats just voted to send the government into a shutdown. Democrat shutdown loading. Yay, 55. Nay, 45. Uh-oh. I said you honky. What? They always come back. Titus, take this, Gary. You're doing great. Thank you. Little Max. So, is Greta on the terror list? I don't think so. Apparently, though, Israeli intelligence says so. Gary, can they arrest these Democrat mayors and governors? I think they can if they prove to be obstructing justice. They haven't yet, though. I'm waiting for that. I'd love to see that personally. All right. Love you guys. What a show it's been. We witnessed Donald Trump's masterful three-pronged destruction of the establishment while sharing memes that send liberals to their safe spaces, including our Next News Network content for the second time this month. He simultaneously revolutionized healthcare and the military. The president shares our work while Pete Hegseth tells fat generals to shape up or ship out. No more beards, no more obesity. Warrior standards are now returning to the Pentagon. Think about the coordination. Trump posts our YouTube censorship meme triggering millions while Hegseth announces mandatory PT tests for brass at Quantico. As liberals melt down over both, Trump forces Pfizer to slash drug prices by 50 to 100%. $70 billion returning to American manufacturing. He's winning the culture war with humor, the military war with standards, and the healthcare war with hardball negotiations. The establishment can't fight on three fronts. They want Trump defensive and miserable. Instead, he's laughing, posting our memes while Hegseth rebuilds our military and Big Pharma surrenders. When the president amplifies independent media while transforming major institutions, that's not coincidence, that's strategy. Then we exposed the Schumer shutdown, Democrats crashing the government at midnight for illegal alien health care, gutting $50 billion from rural hospitals, Maxine Waters fleeing questions. They have chosen foreign nationals over you. And then we unmasked Greta's terror ties, Israeli intelligence proving her flotilla is Hamas-funded, the climate crusader sailing under blood money. Receipts don't lie. And then enforcement exploding nationwide. That fake superintendent met ICE and K9. Memphis gets guard troops. Portland Antifa gets painted by snipers. And Bondi's memo was clear. Attack federal officers face federal fury. Finally, the racist left's complete meltdown. Omar dismissing assassination. Wu's discrimination. Lemon's hatred. Mask off racism in real time. So to everyone who sent in super chats tonight, you guys are the revolution. When Trump shares our content while Hegseth cleans house at defense and pharma prices plummet, we're witnessing the complete transformation of America. Not just policy changes, culture changes. Not just winning, dominating. So tell everybody about the raw feed. Text them. All right? When the president himself amplifies our message, you know that we are over the target. Hit our merch shop at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com. Wear your values with pride. I mean, the fact that Trump keeps sharing our work while delivering these victories proves the new media ecosystem. We're not just reporting the revolution, we're part of it. You see, the establishment hates that Trump gets his news from us and not them. They can't stop the signal when the commander-in-chief's retweeting it. Tomorrow, we'll bring more truth bombs, more victories on every front. It'll be an earlier show, but while they shut down, cover up, and cry about our memes going viral in the Oval Office, we show up and expose their lies. This is Gary Franchi signing off from the Raw Feed tonight. Thank you for making independent media unstoppable. We'll see you tomorrow. It will be an earlier show, but the fight will be the same. Until then, stay strong, stay informed, and keep winning. Good night, Patriots.